Welcome, beautiful beings of light, radiant beings. How are you all? It's been a while since I created a YouTube video, and this month has been a lot for me, and I'm very pleased to be able to be bringing you a video today, and I feel a transmission wanting to come through to support us all during this time. So first of all, welcome if you're new here. And welcome if you're returning. Thank you for all those who have been with me since the beginning. And in fact, I have a little celebration today because it's actually my 1 year anniversary this month from when I first created my very first YouTube video. It was actually on the 14th of September last year. And a year on, wow, what's happened? I now have over 5,000 subscribers, which I never saw coming. I never set out, to be honest, as those who've been following me for a while, I've never set out to sort of try to get subscribers or try to have success in that way, because I'm quite camera shy generally and it's not my thing to do this. Yet my soul was calling me for so long to be visible, and I was resisting it so much, to share my voice. And I had this thing called light language come through earlier last year. In fact, it was March last year, so around the spring equinox last year, that my light language came on. Then I started my YouTube channel around the autumn equinox last year. And so interestingly, this year in the spring equinox, I created a video. I've been plodding along with YouTube and just sharing my voice, just doing what I've been called to do, just share my light codes, because they're not just for me, they need to be shared. And despite all the fear of being seen, all the resistance, all the hesitancy and procrastination and all these things that show up for us, I took the step and kept creating these videos and bringing my light codes to the world. And so that's what I've been doing. And on the spring equinox, something magical happened. I brought through a transmission, and suddenly that became very popular. And I went on a massive growth spurt, both personally and in my business and in my sharing. And now we come to the autumn equinox, which was a couple of days ago. And it's really interesting how these cycles are playing out, and how I can sit here in front of you now, having gone through this huge journey. And essentially, if you've been following me, you know what I'm talking about. You've all been witness to my incredible awakening process, healing, awakening, ascension process. And so I feel like it's really timely that I'm creating a video now. And I just want to thank all of you who have subscribed, who follow my channel, and who have been following this quite wild, crazy journey that I've been on, and many of us are on, that I feel has been quite mega and intense this year, particularly starting in the spring equinox and at that eclipse season, coming through to this equinox, the autumn equinox. Obviously, wherever you are, if you're in the southern hemisphere, then it's the opposite way round, so bear with me. But you know, the equinox is so light codes are already starting to come through, because I'm going to bring you a transmission. But many of us have been in this huge alchemical process throughout this period, me included. It's been very, very intense, rapid, accelerated transformation on all levels. Whew, deep breath. And this is quite profound, and you've all been witnessing me go through this wild, crazy journey. I just show up and try and share with what I'm going through in the hope that it assists you too, and then bring through these light codes that are just bursting to come through to assist us all. So that's what I'm hoping and praying and trusting will happen today as well. But I just want to acknowledge everyone who's been on this path with me of radical transformation, radical divine alchemy, particularly since Lionsgate. And so, Yanasheo, 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 or away. And so, coming through Lionsgate, many of us went through, because of so much light coming in. So, lots of input coming in here. Many of that kind of initiated a purification process, which has been quite a lot for a lot of us on many levels. And so many of us have been experiencing a lot of intensity through our physical vessels as we're going through a very physical clearing process during September particularly. And yes, who knows if that will go on. But what's been happening is on all levels actually, we're up leveling and upgrading and restructuring to hold high frequencies for longer so we can sustain these frequencies. You know, a lot of us who call ourselves, you know, light workers or whatever terminology you use, but you know you're here to bring something more, to remember who you truly are and bring more of your whole self to the world. You're awakening to the truth that you're more than just this physical. We are very much embodying our light through this physical, but we're vast beings, multidimensional beings, and we're here to remember more of that and bring through our unique gifts and way of being in the world that is based more on love, essentially. Love, unity, harmony. Yanasheo, Yanasheo, Yanasheo. And so for us to sustain and hold high frequencies, you know, we just have to clear out some of these old things that aren't of that frequency. And so that might mean old identities, old patterns, habits. A lot of us have been feeling extremely exhausted with a lot of physical symptoms coming up in the last month, particularly, although this is pretty ongoing, but I feel it's been a bit more mega this month. A lot of my clients and people have been reaching out to me saying they're just so tired and they've got a lot of physical pain or discomfort or weird physical symptoms happening for them. You know, we're clearing out on multidimensional levels. We're going through a lot of emotional release. For me, the last full moon in Pisces was a very emotional one. I went to deep, the shadow work I've been doing has been like deeper shadow work than I've ever known. A lot of sort of dark night of the soul moments and exhaustion and physical purging, energetic release. I think in the last month I've had help from more healers than I've ever had in my life. Thankfully, I have this amazing support available to me, and I encourage you to seek out the support you need if you're going through this, because we can't do this alone. You know, we are here to connect with each other and support each other in the ways that are beneficial to us, and trust that you'll be guided to those who can support you, as I have been. I'm truly grateful to all those who have assisted me. It's such a blessing. I feel we are all connecting with each other now. And so, yes, I've been going through massive levels of healing, and it's very interesting because when you're in it, you know, it feels all really like it brings you to really the edge, but it's really that growth edge, as I've spoken to before, where we are really being strengthened, we are being fortified, we are coming into more self-mastery for what we're here to bring and be and do and create and hold the frequency of. Yanasheo, Yanasheo, Yanasheo. So we can really anchor in these high frequencies as this beautiful network of light that we all are here as. You know, we're here to elevate our own frequency and the frequency here, so we can, you know, collectively awaken, ascend into this higher consciousness. Yanasheo, 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 Yanasheo. And so this is a profound time. And if you're just sailing through all of this, then trust that's your path. You know, we all have our unique paths, and we're all going through what we need to go through personally, so we can bring more of our uniqueness to the world and be in our authentic self-expression as divine beings. Roshna, 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 Roshna. So a lot of light codes are starting to come through now, as I'm connecting in more to these high frequencies. Yanasheo, 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 Yanasheo. So yeah, another thing that just came as I've been going through this deep healing process, I've had so much assistance from my non-physical friends, and I've had lots of nighttime experiences that I haven't had for, to be honest, since quite early on in my awakening process several years ago. You know, when I first started awakening, I would have a lot happen in the night, like really crazy stuff, you know, big flashes of light behind my eyes, jolting through my body, all sorts of things. Maybe I'll create another video another time about that, but this last few weeks I've had similar things. Lots of energy surges through my body. I've had visitations from my cosmic team who are really, I guess, working on me during my sleep when they can. You know, I've had to really pare back my work this month, and you know, hence I haven't been here so much. I've needed that time for healing, and not just time for healing, time for integration of that healing. You know, I had the Hathors come to me another night. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was doing light codes over my heart, and I heard Hathors. And then I had last night I went to sleep and found myself being cocooned in this sort of energy structure. It was beautiful. There's a lot going on. And, you know, you might see this or feel this or experience this or not, and it doesn't matter either way, but I'm just sharing my experience, because we are being upgraded as we go through these deep releases, this deep inner alchemy. We are being all the time creating a stronger structure. You know, we're developing immense strength, fortitude, as I said, in self-mastery. It's like, you know, real weight training, you know, real strength training for the soul through the physical vessel. You know, I've always kind of enjoyed weight training physically, but I haven't been able to do much exercise for a few months, because it's just the level of exhaustion and self-care I've needed has been next level. But on a soul level, I've been going through what feels like you know, massive training to develop my strength on all levels, and my spiritual strength particularly for the role I'm here to play and the light I'm here to hold and bring and flow. Yanasheo, Yanasheo, Yanasheo. And you might relate to this. I hope that you can relate to this. And so, you know, I was watching a bit of the Paralympics a few weeks ago, and wow, you know, how awe-inspiring. And it's just like, wow, however we perceive we might have this disability or a wound, you know, when you watch that, the Paralympics, and see what we're capable of, that's obviously on a physical level, the physical feats we're able to accomplish when we, you know, allow the energy to flow through us and we direct our focus and attention. It's just so powerful. And you know, I found that really encouraging. May that be an encouragement for you, that even when you're in the deep wounded places, the alchemy that's going on now is strengthening us up and is lightening our load, so we can really move forward with more clarity, with more resiliency, with more empowerment, with more faith and trust, and just in more pure connection as our I am presence. You know, that we are not separate from the divinity, you know, the source, the light that created us. It creates as us, through us, and we're holding that more and more and more. And old structures and old patterns and programs can't hold any longer as we become more of an embodiment of our light. So it's marvelous times, awesome times. Yanasheo, 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 Yanasheo. So I'm just going to quickly look at my notes, because yeah, I think I've covered everything. I've actually made notes today. It's the first time in a whole year I've actually made notes, because it's just been so much happened since I last spoke with you. But yeah, that's all I have to say really. So I'm going to bring through language transmission. The only thing that comes to mind then is, when I'm talking about all of this, is, you know, we really have to allow time and space for this work, and not just doing the work, but integrating it as well. When we're on this path, it can be very tempting to keep going and going with healing and focusing, because, you know, we are going through that process, and so we think, oh, we need more help, we need more help, we need more help, there's something more, there's something more, there's something more, I'm not done yet, I'm not done yet. And so we keep sort of chasing the next thing, whether it be a light language video, or it might be whatever it is for you. And we can get into the habit of not really integrating what we're receiving before we go on to the next thing, in that, from that place of, oh, I need more. So just be aware of that if that's might be speaking to you. It's okay to just pause and to just allow the healing that wants to happen through you. And that includes my videos. You know, a lot of my clients do like to sort of binge watch my videos or keep watching the light language transmissions, keep listening. And that might be helpful, but just check what place you're coming from when you're doing that. Are you doing that from a place of more is better, the more I do this, the better I feel, I need to fix myself, there's something not right here about where I am on my journey? Or is it like, oh, this feels really good to me, I wonder if I could, you know, tune into my body, my intuition, would it be supportive to me to listen to this again? I just, you know, ask you to tune in to your discernment and intuition about that. You know, I've done it myself, so I know what it's like, but I've really had to pare back, come in, listen this month and be with all of this and allow it to integrate. And I feel we're coming into the next phase now as we move into Libra season, which is all about balance, isn't it? All about balance. And we have another, the solar eclipse, annual solar eclipse happening, and I'm sure lots more. I'm not going to go into the astrology, but it will be interesting to see what we're moving into now as we go into this next part of our journeys. So on that note, let's just see what light language transmission would like to come through to fully and truly assist us all for the highest good right now. So as I do this, I'm feeling some light codes just coming through the heart space that feel quite gentle and nurturing. Yanasheo, 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 Yanasheo. Ishan rashin yanu, Irashana anuma, Ishan yarashana So I invite you to just come into your heart and just check in with what's right for you to receive now, and what would be better if you just press pause and come back at a time when you can truly listen and be in presence. Yanasheo, 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 Yanasheo. Yanasheo, Onirashin Yatumma, Ikrutu, Ishan Rashana Onumma, Erotuye, 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 Erotuye. Yanasheo, 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 Arutuye, 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 Ishin Yarashana Owe. So I am doing something around the heart here. Kirano, Kirano. Shayana Kotoriana, Shayana Kotoriana, Shayana Kotoriana, Akatkashinya, Dorsha. Yanasheo, Yanasheo, Wakano. Or Shenirashina away. So I'm coming through the heart and doing some clearing and opening around the heart. Tronishan Rashina onuma. Arotuye, Arotuye, Arotuye. Ishan Rashinya anuma. Akitikishinya Roshina away. Ikrutuk Inya Rashina anuma. Akrut. Kirano. Yanasheo, 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 Yanasheo. And I'm reaching right up now. Yanasheo, Yanasheo, Yanasheo. Coming down to the crown. Kirano. I'm coming to these various points around the head. Yanasheo, Wakano. Oshwanirashana oe. Back to the heart. Inirashana onum erano. Idishanrashana om. Ikrut. Kirano. Ishan roshinyanuma. Ikrut. So we're doing clearing here still around the heart area. Kirano, Kirano. Coming back to these points in the head and reaching back up. Yanasheo, 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 Yanasheo. Back to the crown. Shwat inyatrashanoa. Ikrut akrut akrut. Ishanrashana owe. Erotuye, erotuye, erotuye. Ishanroshinyatara anoto erano. Itrashana otoye. Erotut erusha, rusha, 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 rusha. Atit atushanat owe. Yanasheo, Yanasheo, wakanu, wakanu. Oshin yarshana owe. Yanasheo, Yanasheo, wakanu, wakanu. So I'm coming down through the heart to the solar plexus. Another thing that is a lot of symptoms we might be getting, which is just reminding me because I'm kind of feeling a bit of that now, are kind of like surges of like heat through the body. I get surges of heat coming, like I'm feeling now through my center, and I feel it often coming down to my legs, to my toes. That's very interesting. That's a kind of new thing. I don't know if you'll be feeling that. Troshinyarashina onume, ikrutuye, erokrutuye, erokrutuye, arshanroshina atroshina atom, arishandrashina onuma, rotuye, erotuye, erotuye. So now I'm coming down to the solar plexus. Yanasheo, Yanasheo, wakanu, wakanu. Oshmani rashana anya roshina onume, erotuye, 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 ashandrashina onua, itarana troshinya trashana e, ikrutut ishandrashina awa, itoto shandrashiniata anato sha anu. Ikarashana rashana aya, eroshana aya, away, away, away. Anya rashana anuma akisha away, eroshut onuat inyat. Itutu erano, akata kata 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 kata. Rotuye, 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 ashinya rashana away. Krutut anyatara out unut inyasha away. Runutu anyatrashana onuma, akiti krishandrashana onume e. Kitegrashan roshin itera natroshin yetera atutut idrashan awe. Iketarashan roshin itikashatroshan nope. Itroshin anno. Iroshana awe, awe, awe. Adrashan aroshana awe, awe, awe. Dronia, 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 dronia. Ishan roshin yatuma, akishan rashan yetara auto. Itara ani shadroshin yatroshan a. Atarani shadroshin awe, awe, awe. Adrashan atoye, atoye, atoye. Itranisha awe. Ikata kata 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 otut ishanyat. Kirano, Kirano. So we're unwinding something from the solar plexus now. So this is interesting, heart and solar plexus at the moment. Yanasheo, 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 Troshin yatra anoma, ikrut akrut 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 akrut. Troshin yatroshin yanoa, drusha, 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 drusha. So we're doing a bit of a clearing. So consistent with the theme of September. Yanasheo, 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 Yanasheo. Kirano, Kirano. Ishan yoroshin yatara noa, ikitishan yashina oe, inyasharoshin yatara anoe, ikrut akrut 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 akrut. O shwanira shani etra anoto ishadra shinyatro shinyata onwe. Erotuye, erotuye, erotuye. Ishanra shana onop, nyata shanyatro shonup. Irashanira shana e. Erotut ushanyara shana e. Ikrututu ishadra shin anno efishadra shinyatro shanyatra shana tut. Idnyatro shinatutu irano. Edashadra shinyatro shana e. Ikiteketeketeketekeshadroshi, niketekeshadroshi, iketekeshadroshi, anukotorshi, nishanakosha, niketekeshadashat, akotorkeshadasha, nakotorshi, niketeketeketekeshi, nikotorshi, anot, irotut, irashana, atutuk, irano, iketekeshadroshi, nikeshadroshi, adrosh, 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 Droniashaniroshin oe. Iroshina inoa, Iroshina ea, Irashana awe, Ironuto irashin yatroshin anua, Irashana ea owe ewe shinyara shana itrashandoto irano. So now I'm coming down to the sacral. Yanasheo, wakano. Oshwani rashani itrashana tumma, Itishan rashana tumma, Erotuye. Shanra shinya etra hato akitiki shenyata anyaro shanyatra aite eana artutu ishadra shinyata ana yanasheo tortuti shanyatro shana atumma ikitra shana awe itatra shana shatroshiti itra shana atroshinyata anumma ikrut akrut. So we're clearing the sacral now, doing some work around the sacral area. Atroshinya atrashana atumma akututu irano ata tutu itrane erane Shayana Kotoriana, Akatakashinya, coming to the sacral, up through the third eye to the crown. Roshinya Numa, Ikitirashana Atroshinyatra ete. Coming right above the head. Kitarane shadrashina toto erashin yatroshin etra anototo etrashin etrashin atoto erashin atoto erashin yarata etrashin koto etrashin shandrashin yatomma akata erashin atroshin etra atoto etrashin yarashin atoto etrashin atodite shanata awe. Coming right from above, right down to beneath the ground, earth star and below. Dorni shadrashina omma. So I'm still in the sacral and I'm going right down into the earth beneath us. Yanasheo, wakano. Oshini rashini itra ana umma. Ikrut akrut. It's quite interesting. Back up above our heads. Yanasheo. Oshwani rashin yatra anumma. Torshin yatorna amma oe. Etershana atoto erano. Etershana atumma. Ikitrashana awe. Ishanroshin yatroshin atarshana awe. Etershana awe. Ishanroshin atumma akisha awe. Erotu. Ishadroshinya tumma akisha awe. Back to the heart. Dishandroshinya noa ishanya dua. Iketishadroshinya to inyata awe. Ishadroshinya to no ma akisha awe. Ishanrashana onuma. Ikututusha nyarashani e. Atashadroshinyatara nyatroshinyatara. Ikututu ishadroshinyana awe. Itrana sharosha awe. Erotuye. Ashanyarashana awe. Iketrashana totu idrashana ana. Kirano. Yanasheo, wakano. Oshwani rashana awe. Erotuye. Ashani rashana awa. I kutu 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 kutu. I shanyatra otu ma. Tu anya shanyatra shan. Utua. Iki shanyatra oe. It's coming down to the sacral and the root. Trashinyatra shinyatra shana anyatro shinyatra atu ma. Iki shanyatra atu. Itra shani itra atu. Iki trashinyatra atu yene ano. Anya nya 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 nya. Tronya nya nya nya. Oh yeah oh. Oh yeah oh. Oh yeah oh. Yana sheo wakano wakano. Ishandra shinyatro shinyanyoto ninyatrana. Iti shandrashan anoa niate erashan onoma. Itrashan atotu. Eranishan nyatra shinyatre. Erotutu ishandrashan awe. So that's interesting, and now I'm doing this circular movement. Dranshinirana oh yeah oh yeah oh yeah oh. Inyaran shinyatro shinyatana numma. Itrani etcetera shinyatana umma e shanyatra shinyatra anniteshe. Edrashanra shanato to shatra shinyate. Rotuto irano. Itrashana atroshina ato to shanirshana away. Ikrut akrut 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 akrut. Kirano. Kirano. Ishandre shandra shinyana otomma ikishandrata aweo. A deep breath. Yana sheo, wakano, wakano. Tushwanya shini etra anutu akrotu ishara shina atroshinyatra atumma ikitra shandarsha awe. Itranisha awe. Trato o trochita anyatroshinyatra atoto anyarashina atumma ikotoroshinyatra atumma iktot adoshanyatra e. So we're coming to some movements on the forehead. Oroshinyatra atumma akoto erano. Ortuto erano. Rotuto erano. Yanasheo. Back to the heart, still in the sacral. Troshinyatra shani etroma akoto erano. Ishanroshinyata awe. Kirano. Kirano. Yanasheo. Ishanirata indroshinyatra shinyatomma. Irutuye. Ashinyara shin anua. Irutuye. Ishanra shin owe. Coming back through the heart. Yanasheo. Trunishanyatra anoto Iketra shinyatra anoto. Itra shinyatra atot ono. Itra isha shano. Itra shitra shan atot ono. Itra shinyara shan ae. Ikoto oto erano. Itra shinyatra shatoto. Itra shin anyatra atoto era shinya. Irtoto ishandra shinyata anna atomma. Itra shan atoye. Back to the forehead. Trunishanyatra shanyana. Irotuye. Center of the forehead. Ushwanirashana autu makoto erano. Itrashana atre ishanyatra atum. Ikitrashinyitrashina atue. Ishwat inyatra oa. Ikatrashana troshinyitrashani etroshin anuma. Itra etroshana atroshinyata awe. Oh da di da do 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 di da do. Coming right back down to the earth. Ishanrishinya torashanirashanuma. Itarashanirashanyata oe. Iketa oe. So we're doing a bit of clearing and recalibration here. Yanasheo. Yanasheo. So I'm just resting in the heart and the sacral now. Ishanrishina unduma akishanyata owe. Irushtu itrashanu pa anyata shenyatorshan owe. Irashana atorshenyatra atuma. Ikoto ite shashashano. Ika adrashana torsha titi anyarasha. Itorshinyata umma akoto ishanyarashane e. Rutuye. Ashanyarashana owe. Yanasheu. Oshwanyarashane e. Ikennerasta terashinyatra shenyatoma okotorshinyatra anu. Erutuye. Ishanrushini anu. So just feel like we're coming to a close, so I'm just doing some final calibrations here. There's a lot happening today, a lot of different areas. Heart, solar plexus, sacral, a lot. I'm sort of started off more in the heart, now I'm in the sacral, but really coming all through our systems. Just doing some calibration. Feeling a lot of spiraling coming through now from above, down below. Just bringing this through down to the earth, and there's just something we need to do here before we close. Enabling all of these codes to be integrated and grounded through. Going back to the heart. Yanasheo, wakano. And we're coming to a close, I feel. Yanasheo. I'm just doing some calibration, so we'll just hold here for a second. So I feel like this is kind of what I've been talking about. We're coming to a close, so I invite you to just relax, and if you want to just integrate this and relax, do so. I feel this is really kind of what I was talking about, strengthening our systems, helping with these upgrades, helping with this alchemical process. So really we're going through a lot here, a lot around the heart and around the sacral. Is there anything else or any message that wants to come through about this, or is this it? Is this what we're doing here? Yes. So we're saying that we are assisting with this calibration to these newer, higher frequencies, and this restructuring, re-strengthening, fortifying process, so you can stand stronger in your light, be in your more fullness, take up more space here. Yanashio, 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 troshinya, troshinya, otumme, yarashana anoe, itrashinya, troshinyato, ma atesha, toto erano, toshwanyashana a, oeki, nyatrashana. It's all assisting a growth and evolution and expansion. It can just feel a bit niggly and uncomfortable. So we're just bringing something here we need. A lot of this is really through the heart, right? A lot of this is our hearts having to open even more to receive and be a free flow of even more love, you know, this divine love, this universal, infinite love, light, intelligence that is us, to flow through our hearts, to flow through us into the world, to flow in and out. Yanasheo, yanasheo, yanasheo. Yanasheo, 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 yanasheo. And this can feel quite hard because we often carry a lot of emotion, you know, and deep wounding within our heart or around our hearts, physical hearts, and from our ancestors as well. So be gentle and tender with yourself, and have courage as well to meet these deep emotions, these deep fears. Let's just trust every time you go through this, just remind yourself you are strengthening. All of this is strengthening you. However, it feels that it's you might feel really weak and scared and vulnerable or anxious or whatever it is that you know when you sink to these depths, but it's all helping us really to just be more in our authenticity, you know, remember the truth beyond the programming, the projections, the identities, and all the stuff, right? That it's all actually a blessing. It's all helping us. All of it plays a part. It just can feel challenging, and I really hope that these light codes really help strengthen you, really help with this upgrading process to hold higher frequencies and support you in your healing and your clearing process. So we're just going to close up now. Anything else? We're just bringing some light codes through our auras. Just actually needing to do a bit down here, so and actually a lot of this is what I'm doing now is through the lower body, and in fact that reminds me, I've been noticing that with a lot of clients, working around the legs and going down into the earth, and our connection with Gaia and our ability to really ground and receive. Okay, we are complete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I will close now and allow you to integrate all of that, and I hope that supports you. Allow yourself time to listen, to feel, to integrate, trust the process, trust your own unique process. And thank you again for being here with me. And it's such a blessing to be able to show up and bring these gifts to you as a gift. And I read all your comments, so feel free to comment if that calls to you. I'd love to hear from you and how this was for you. And I'll do my best to respond. And I always read the comments, and I really welcome them and appreciate them. Thank you. And if you like this work, if this assists you and supports you, you can check out my free offerings below. I have a free light language transmission and a free weekly Heart Haven group meditation and light language transmission on Zoom. And so you're welcome to come to that. It's free. And yeah, check out my offerings if you feel called to go deeper with this work. But I will close here with love and gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my team and my higher self. Yana Sheo, Yana Sheo, Yana Sheo. I'm feeling them sort of cheering us on, you know, really cheering us on, because a lot of us have been feeling it, and I'm feeling like this immense support for this work. We're really supported even when it feels like we're not, we are. We're never alone. We're always supported. We're always, you know, if you don't feel it, it's maybe because you're just needing to come into your own self-empowerment and your own authority and sovereignty more. That's, you know, rather than just rely on anything else. Sometimes this journey can take us deep within, because we are really the Holy Grail, right, within. And so sometimes when we're going through these challenging times, it can feel like we want to grasp. Of course, like I said, get the healing support you need, and acknowledge that if you feel alone, you're never alone, really. It's just that you're requiring to go deeper to within your own strength and your own power within. So I'll close now on that note, wishing you all well and sending so much love and blessings. Take care of yourselves. See you soon.